Today we're going to be checking out the Elgato HD60X, and could it be the most ultimate capture card there is? I don't know, let's find that out today. So the product itself comes in a really super small, portable and sleek presentation, weighing in at only 91 grams and 112 centimeters wide. This is a lot of tech in not a lot of casing. Taking a look at what connections we have, it's quite basic and simple. We've got a HDMI in and an out port. Note, these are both HDMI 2.0, not 2.1 slots, meaning you are going to be capped at 18 gigabits per second instead of the 41 that HDMI 2.1 has to offer. A USB-C port to power the device. And then on the front, we have a headphone port to obviously monitor and listen to real-time audio, and just an indicator light just to make sure, you know, your product is working. Little side note that Elgato do mention on their website when you purchase this is that the packaging is 100% recyclable. There's no plastic, which is an awesome little touch. And I think the big tech companies really could take a lesson from that and stop all this kind of plastic waste that we're producing. So setting up the Elgato HD60X is super simple and can take literally 2 seconds. All you have to do is just get the USB cable that's provided, plug the USB-C end into your Elgato capture card, and then the USB-A end into your computer. And that's effectively it. No drivers, no software, nothing to install if you're going to use OBS. You can literally plug and play. OBS will natively pick this up if you're looking for a quick solution for streaming. Alternatively, you can download Elgato's 4K capture utility if you're looking for recording your gameplay and other useful features. With the software downloaded and installed, it's super simple to get your gameplay recording. The software also has a replay buffer built in, so you can also go back in time without needing to record your gameplay constantly and the fear that you're going to miss that moment of gold with your friends or whatever happens. Easy adjustments to bitrate of recording, audio sources, and microphone adjustments can all be done through the simple settings menu on the software. Now, this is actually my first time and first-hand experience with any Elgato software. Plug and play really is a bold claim in the whole tech industry. But I will be honest, with this little super card, they're not joking about it. You can literally just plug it into your PC and you're ready to go. So now that you've seen the product itself and I've gone through the specification with you, let's compare it to two other rival cards. And this card sits perfectly in the middle of these two cards. So on the higher end of the scale, we have the 4K60 Pro. This is also from Elgato, costing £184.99. Note, this is a PCI card, which I deliberately left in just to see if there's any benefits going from a USB card to a PCI card. And then on the lower end, we have the AverMedia Live Gamer Ultra. This can be found on Amazon for £144.99, and the HD60X sits perfectly in between these two. First up, size and weight comparisons. Now, obviously, we're going to count out the 4K60 Pro due to it being a PCI card, so you're not really going to be, you know, putting it in your pocket or putting it in your bag somewhere to take to an event. We're just going to compare the AverMedia to the Elgato. So both of these cards are surprisingly actually pocket sized. The Elgato HD60X come in at 11 centimeters wide and 7 centimeters tall and only 2 centimeters thick. And the AverMedia pretty much similarly sized other than a few centimeters. I think it's just a bit thicker compared to the Elgato. Next topic, connectivity. And as mentioned previously, the 4K60 is a PCI card requiring you to take out a few blanks from your computer case and installed directly onto the motherboard, whereas the AverMedia and the Elgato are both powered through USB. So all three cards have HDMI input slots, so no capturing any legacy hardware or any legacy games. Unless you have a HDMI converter box already, it's only HDMI inputs for these cards. Now moving on to the technicalities of each card. So all three cards effectively can play and record in 4K. However, the HD60X and the AverMedia Live Gamer Ultra are both limited to 4K 30 FPS recording, but pass through to your monitor, they can do 4K 60, whereas the 4K 60 Pro can pass through 4K 60 FPS and also record directly 4K 60 FPS. And as for you color nerds out there, if you've got any color accurate monitors or HDR monitors, all three cards can do HDR 10-bit pass-through, and the 4K 60, the PCI card, is the only card that can capture 10-bit HDR in 1080p only, not 4K. Now, lastly, the software. Now, I own an AverMedia card. It's how I capture my DSLR. It is a PCI card that sits in my computer. It's how I capture the camera and record straight to my PC. And I can say hands down that Elgato's software blows AverMedia's out of the water. It's not even in the same ballpark. AverMedia's software, to me, obviously being a bit of a tech enthusiast, I can kind of understand it and work my way around it, but it's just a bit finicky. There's a lot of menus to go through, and it's not really simple for the user who just wants to plug their capture card in, and just get some footage. Comparing this to Elgato software, the 4K capture utility, the software is so streamlined and so perfect. Compared to AVermedia's software that it looked like it was made in the 90s. So this one, I'm definitely going to give to Elgato. Now, my final thoughts on this capture card alone. Is it the ultimate capture card? I would agree so, to be honest with you. The portability of this thing is just insane. HDMI 2.0 slots on the back, USB-C for power. The pocket size of it is just insane. Comparing to some of the capture cards that I've seen in my time, you know, I grew up in the Dazzle and HD PVR days. We had these big old chunky units. We had these big composite cables that you had to reel up that were 3-4 meters long. We've honestly come such a long way, and the Elgato really is kind of like a milestone that we would say that capture cards are really becoming portable and just perfect for any kind of capturing that you need. Whether it be a webcam, your gameplay, anything, this card really can do it all. So that brings me to the end of the video. If you are looking to get one of these Elgato capture cards, if for your PS5, your Xbox, or for your DSLR, or if you want to take it to events and you need to capture anything, the Elgato really can do it all, and it really is the perfect product for that. I'm going to drop links to my social media channels and my Twitch channel all down below. If you want to check them out, drop them a follow. That'd be much appreciated. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like on it. Don't forget to hit the sub button and ring the notification bell to get notifications on my future uploads. And that's all for today. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Peace.